My own Abena Korkor, and Abena Korkor is in the house. Yes, as advertised, and we're going to have a conversation. Abena Korkor, you're looking so good.
Thank you, Black Rasta. You're looking great yourself too.
I like your makeup. I see some line on top of your nose.
It's called highlights.
Highlight. Oh
Yes,
wow.
yes.
What is it supposed to do?
It's just supposed to make your face glow. You know.
Wow. Wow. You actually have a glowing face.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, Abena Korkor. I'm so happy to be speaking with you today. Now tell me, Abena Korkor, when you talk about mental health, what really are you talking about?
So everybody that has a brain has mental health. So mental health is just the capacity of your brain to function. You know, your capacity of your brain to process things, how you feel, how you interpret, how you socialize with people. So every human being has mental health. And even some animals are, research says some animals like the monkeys have mental health.
All right. So when did mental health become so important to you?
Okay, so mental health became important to me in 2015 when I had a bipolar manic episode. And I was diagnosed at that psychiatric hospital that I have bipolar disorder. So after a year of treatment and rehab and retreats, I got back to school and I realized there was no, system to reintegrate me back to campus. Then I was a biomedical science student, so I had studied psychology.
Okay.
And I took it upon myself to be an advocate, to preach about. I was basically talking about bipolar disorder first, and then I extended my wings to cover the whole of mental health.
What year were you diagnosed with this?
2015, February 17th, February 2015.
2015.
Yes.
That's about 8 years now.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, what led to that? How did you get to the hospital? What were the symptoms you had that led you to the hospital for this diagnosis?
So I was running for SRC president at that time, and I was exhibiting hyperactivity. I had a lot of energy. I wasn't sleeping enough. I was having racing thoughts. I was spending a lot. I was borrowing a lot. I'll go to a shop and it's Abena Korkor, so they would just give me stuff and I wouldn't pay. I would have about 5,000 cedis. I'll enter. I remember it was my birthday and I had a friend who was a contractor. He gave me 5,000 cedis. I picked a car from Cape Coast to West Hills Mall. I shopped the 5,000 cedis. Within 20 minutes, the money was gone. Came back to Cape Coast, gave out the things. So it's just a lot of things. And, I was very hypersexual, very promiscuous. I was posting nude pictures of myself on social media. So it was a whole lot of things, yeah.
Okay. All right. So before 2015, you didn't experience any of these symptoms?
Before 2015, when I got educated on bipolar disorder, that's when I realized I've had bipolar disorder all my life. I was a very hyperactive child. I'm dancing at every party. I play with my mom's makeup a lot. I'll color my face very different colors. Very talkative in class. When I was on Legon campus, I'll wake up weird hours. I'll work from Pentagon to Casford, with no care of my safety because it would be odd hours. I wake up 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and I'm walking around. And when I was even in a relationship, like my very first relationship, I realized, I was more hypersexual than my partner. And then it got to some time to, when I broke up, I was very promiscuous. I'll go to a bar, pick up a guy, I would not care. Sometimes I'll not even wear protection. So it was when I got to know that, okay, I was educated on STIs and STDs. That's when I started using condoms and all of that. But sometimes, I forget and I live vicariously. So yeah.
I'm going to draw family in right now.
Yeah.
Did your family know all along that you were hyperactive, and did they suspect anything from the beginning?
My mom just thought my daughter is a happy-go-lucky girl, So my mom engages me a lot. I was in brigade, I was in cultural groups, I would do debates. she engaged me a lot with the activities. My mom is a teacher, so she engaged me a lot. And she didn't know I was bipolar disorder, but she knew I was a genius child and I was a very active child. So she engages me a lot. Like every time, like my mom has an activity for me, she's putting me in this group or that group. So I was always very, very active. In school, I was very, very talkative. I was in almost every group. I dance, I act. I did almost everything, yeah. Like aside books, I'm very, very active, yeah.
Aside books, you were very, very active.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me, bipolar, what really is it?
So from the name, you can tell bipolar. It means two poles. So you go through extreme mania, and then it goes through the spectrum, and then eventually it gets to depression. So in mania, you're very hyperactive. You have racing thoughts. Racing thoughts is like I'm talking to you right now, like politics. Next minute is football. Next minute is fashion.
Yeah.
So that's racing thoughts. And then you engage in risky activities. Risky activities range from going to the casino, spending all your money, engaging in sexual activity, doing drugs, a whole lot. And then depression, like you're gloomy, you want to stay indoors all the time, you don't dress, I was in depression for about a year. I just got well in May. I was in bed the whole time. I was just wearing 3 clothes. I barely eat. I lost so much weight. So depression is very, very detrimental. And like a lot of people do not know when people are going through depression because they hide away. People just thought like I just wanted to be away. So I was hiding away. It's a manic episode that people see and they are very, very judgmental.
Has anybody ever suggested to you that you should probably try spiritual?
I have tried spiritual. Like my very first relapse, when I was coming from University of Cape Coast, I was wearing lingerie. I was wearing a black lingerie, and I just had my phone and my MacBook. And I sat in a church from Cape Coast around 3 a.m. You got to Accra about almost 6 o'clock. And I didn't have any money on me. Everybody in the bus was wailing at me, ashawo. And a man, just approached me and he was like, let's go into a taxi. And I followed. So I was in the taxi. Everybody was calling me because I had posted nude pictures and videos of myself on Facebook. So the man just yelled at me, hey, uni muni pakwame ye. Then he showed me a calabash with feathers, blood, a fowl's head, and then some curries. And it was like, people have brought you to Novokbo to do something to you spiritually, but you have a good heart, so nothing is going to be done about it. So from being at Accra Psychiatric Hospital, I went to a retreat center.
Were you hallucinating then, or
I was hallucinating?
Physically?
Okay. My auntie had passed on by then. I was talking like my auntie. I wanted to see my husband. I was like, I knew the husband was about to die. I was like, when it happened, I was like, I want to see my husband. And a few days later, the man died. The man was a Freemason, and I was very connected to him. We used to do almost everything together. So I went to a retreat center, Grace Center, or Prophet Abofe. I was there for 6 months, and he's an educated man, an agriculturist. So he was advising me, pray, and then take your medication. So I was in the garden. I wake up in the morning. I go to the garden. Just, I wasn't praying or anything, but I was just there. And, hopefully the angels of God were there. So after 6 months, I got well. I got back to campus. When I was on campus, I was in my room practically the whole time. I wasn't eating, nothing. So UCC assigned, my roommate was a clinical psychologist. She's working at 37 right now, Anita. And then my dean of students at that time, Professor Eja, he will make sure he comes to my room, takes me out so that I get something to eat. My department was very, very supportive. My medical science department, they were very, very, very supportive. And I got back to lectures. My friends at that time, my boyfriend at that time, Robert, very supportive, helps me wake up, helps me take my medication. and Ivan, Aaron, they were all very, very supportive. My department was very, very supportive, and I was able to complete University of Cape Coast.
What kind of support did they give you?
So they helped me. They remind me to take my medication, and there were a lot of people pointing fingers, eyeballing me. When I go to class, I'll be dozing off because my medication makes me sleep. So they wake me up, make sure I study, and whatever. They gave me a sense of community. My doctor at that time was Dr. Dodo. He was also very, very supportive. He would take me to his tennis lessons, my gym, Jaja. They always encourage me. Nana, Auntie Amma, Cape Coast Hotel. They were very, very, very supportive.
Right.
So I got a great support
This is
system.
3FM.
Yeah.
All right, so Abena Korkor is my guest, and we are having such a beautiful conversation. I'm going to move a little bit into your hypersexuality. Yes, I want to look at it a little bit. Now, when you talk about Abena Korkor, a lot of people just look at the sex part.
Yeah.
Some people think that is intentional. Some other people think it looks like a lot of Ghanaians have still not come to terms with what
actually goes
mental
on,
health is. People have taken advantage of you in the past, true?
Yeah, very true.
Okay, we do not need to mention anybody's name.
Yeah.
It's not important.
Necessary, yeah.
Yes. Tell me one of the most regretful instances you went through because of this health issue.
Wow, there was one time I had guests. I went to Pediasi Valley Resort to have dinner. I sat down with my guest. And then the waiter refused to give me the menu. He was like, they cannot attend to me because I've been banned from the hotel. And on my way out, there was this young guy put out his phone insulting me, mad woman, just insulting me. Pediasi Valley Resorts, they have my contact. The board chairman, the owner, like they are personal friends. They have my contact. And even it's even annoying was before I went there, there was they put a picture of me on social media, very nasty picture on a very nasty notice board, like the hotel, you have to pay 20 cedis to get in. And they paid bloggers to destroy my name. And Pediasi, you are there. So just publicly or send me a letter and tell me that I cannot come to your facility again. I am suing them next month because that was discrimination. That place was my safe haven. I used to walk from my Mensa to Pediasi Valley Resort, go to the gym, have breakfast, swim. It was very therapeutic for me. And they didn't give me any courtesy of telling me that, okay, because of so and so, we can't let you into our facility anymore.
Do you remember doing anything bad?
No, I have not broken anything. I have not insulted any worker. Most of the workers are even my friends.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put that one aside.
Yeah.
I'm looking at instances where you probably decided to, when people took advantage of you.
Okay. So when I'm manic, I'm very promiscuous and I'm very flirtatious.
Yeah.
And then there are instances that that this man, there is nowhere in hell that you'll be close to this man, but you end up sleeping with this man. I went to Labadi Beach one time, the boys that they walk with the horses. They walk with the horses. I slept with one of them.
Okay.
And then there's been it's happened 1 or 2 times. And then sometimes, you just strip naked. There was one time I actually went to Kotoka International Airport. I didn't have a passport. I didn't have anything. I was like, I want to travel out of the country. And I got there, the Uber driver, I didn't have any money to pay the Uber driver. I was fighting with the Uber driver. I broke my iPhone. Then I started taking off my clothes.
Wow.
So there's been so many embarrassing situations.
So after that, when you come back to, excuse my language, normal, how do you feel about it? Do you feel depressed?
I feel very depressed. I feel very ashamed because, my family, people I work for, the schools I have been to, and then it's just an eyesore, and it has destroyed so many relationships I have with people.
Right.
Because most of the time, these are people that I have to work on projects with.
Right.
These are footballers, these are ministers, these are pastors that I have to work on projects with. And, sometimes I don't even feel they took advantage of me, because it's like I sort of initiate the flirtation, and sometimes they know better, sometimes they do not know better, and they go on to carry on with me. There are some people who know I have bipolar, because I was diagnosed in 2015, and I have been preaching this. There's actually one gentleman, we spent an hour talking about me going to law school, me, all the things that have happened with. He created a safe space for me. Then you give me alcohol afterwards, and then the same thing we discussed, you let it happen. So there's some people that actually take advantage of the situation, and then they don't want to bear the shame that comes with it. That's why sometimes I have no regrets. I don't want to apologize to these people, because they know better.
Has anybody attacked you because you mentioned their names or something?
They attack me.
I mean, physical attack.
Or physical attack? No, not yet. No physical attack.
But you've had verbal abuse.
Yeah, verbal abuse on social media, a lot. They get a lot of supporters to back them. There are a lot of, there are people that will come. There's one lady, she called me a mental health scammer.
Yeah.
There's another person, was asking for my mental health, hospital reports and all of that. I never diagnosed myself. I was diagnosed by Professor Kwesi Osei at Accra Psychiatric Hospital.
Okay.
I never diagnosed myself.
Okay, all right. Do drugs make mental health issues worse?
Yeah, drugs do make mental health issues worse, especially what you are prescribed. What they give you, the prescription they give you at the hospitals, they are psychotropic medications. It will take a long, like I was on Tegretol CR. It's a slow acting, it's a controlled release medication. It will make you horny.
Oh, really?
It will make you hungry.
Really?
So you'll be eating a lot. You'll be sleeping at odd hours. I was on risperidone. Risperidone will take away all your sensation. Literally, a man will be sucking your breast, a man will be playing with your clitoris, and you can't feel anything. And then I was on sodium valproate. Sodium valproate will actually make you like an imbecile. You be drooling. You always have to carry a towel. Imipramine affects your urinary system. So all these drugs are very, very they have very negative side effects, and sometimes they do not make me sleep. So I tend to sleeping medication. I tend to marijuana to help me sleep. So it's a struggle, because most of the medications have negative side effects.
Abena Korkor is my guest, and we're about to round it up. Abena Korkor, I'm going to find time so we can do a longer one.
More, yeah.
But today is World Mental Health Day. And Abena Korkor is the face of mental health in Ghana. That's the celebrity who is dealing with some of these things happening to our people in this country. Have you had people donate money to you and say that, well, because you're advocating this, take that?
Yeah. There's sometimes I've donated to Ankafo Psychiatric Hospital before. Honorable Bobia supported me with cash and items. Some of the students also support with their manpower. So yeah, and then the media houses, Media General, Multimedia, UTV, they've been very, very supportive. So yeah. I get a lot of support all over.
Are you working with Media General?
Yes. I've been working with Media General like all this time. I was never really laid off. It was just miscommunication with one of the managers, and Media General has been supporting me with my medical bills everything. Like, I have a great support system. The CEO, Auntie Jillian, Auntie Amma, you yourself. Like, I have a great support system when it comes to Media General. Like, they've never let me down, and I am just so grateful for the nurturing environment I have here. Like, there are days that I come, I'm dressed anyhow. then they'll tell me, I'll go home, go and rest, come back. I receive my monthly salary. I'm on medical insurance, and I'm very, very grateful like that you've been with me throughout this journey, and I'm here today. And I just have a big thank you to everybody, from the security person to the county to just everybody. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you one last question and to be over. You said sometimes you initiate this flirtation.
Yeah.
Have you initiated that with anybody before and they said no?
Yeah. I'll probably mention Jay Foley's name. Jay Foley, I can talk to him about anything at all, and Jay Foley will never go to the next step. We'll just tell, encourage me, Abena, you're a superstar. Abena, there are bigger things for you. It's a challenging moment right now, but it's going to be great. Let me just snip in this. Okay, so Jandel.
Okay. You have a bouquet of flowers.
Yeah, Jandel Limited gave me 5 bouquets that I should sell and donates the funds to a psychiatric hospital or support any person with mental health challenges. So thank you to Jandel Limited and Luxury Giftings and Branding.
How much does a bouquet go for?
I am selling it 800 cedis. You can pay more so that we support. There are people on the streets, there are people that have been abandoned by their families in the psychiatric hospitals. So, this will go a long way to help a lot of people. As for the flowers, when I take it, they will destroy it. So we need the cash to buy items. So other companies can come in. You can come in with cash or items. They need food items. There's always shortage of food.
Are they real flowers?
Yeah, they are real flowers. Okay. These are real flowers.
And they smell good?
And they smell good.
What's your favorite flower?
I love red roses.
Red roses?
Yeah, red roses and tulips and daffodils. Yeah, Black Rasta, I want you to buy one. I have 5 of them. I know you like flowers and incense, so today take one, go and commune with the ancestors.
How did you know that I love incense?
I know. I've been to your office. You're always burning incense. That is your addiction. Your own is not cocaine, but your own is incense. You are always constantly burning incense.
I like that.
Yes.
Abena Korkor, I want to say thank you so much for coming.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm going to arrange so as we meet again and speak.
Yes,
we haven't said anything.
Yes.
Thank you, Abena Korkor, for coming. I'm going to play you any reggae music of your choice. Which one do you want?
I want something from Egyptian hold ya.
Okay.
Girl, me want fi hold ya. Yeah.
Sing that.
Girl, me want fi hold ya. Put me thin all around ya. Girl, me you give me the tightest hold you ever seen in my life. Girl, me want fi just squeeze ya. Put me thin all around ya. Girl, me you give me the tightest hold you ever seen in my life.
Oh my God. I think Abena Korkor should be going into the studio to go and
record. This year mentor, please, is the audition's over.
All right, so I'm playing you this one from Egyptian. All right? Thank you so much for coming. Right. Love. God have mercy. Hey, pick up yourself, Jeff Foley. She said you are one of the few people that did not enter her net. Even though she opened it so wide for you, got it well lubricated. Unfortunately, we have so many people who take advantage of people. My brother, my sister, yet when it's Sunday, they are in the first row of the church. On Friday, they are on the first row of the mosque. My brother, my sister, my name Black Rasta. Catch me again tomorrow between 10 and 2. The bouquet of flowers are here. And you must get in contact with Abena Korkor and then buy them, please. Please buy them. When I book up again, jobless, no less, no stress. Black Rasta say, Salam Nacho.